Rochelle Rivera again from Professional VAs and ProfessionalVAs.com, and with me is Miss Valerie Joy Devesa, one of my friends who will be sharing a lot of stories tonight. But first, let me share you my screen. I said I never prepared something, but I did. Wait. I just want to show you a little presentation about Valerie. Wait, present there. Okay, guys, can you see my screen now? I will shout out there. Val, can you see my screen? Ooh, I can hear some sounds. Valerie, is my screen okay? Yep. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you Miss Valerie Joy Devesa. She is a social media manager, strategist, and speaker. And we are going to give you this free webinar today about the 8 social media tasks you can offer to your clients. And just a few house rules before we start. If you're in this webinar, please mute your microphones. And for those who are watching via YouTube Live, you don't need to do so. If you have questions, we will be opening a thread in the Professional Base page. Actually, I have already opened a thread there. Just please go there and type in your questions anytime or PM me via Facebook. Okay, just open your minds and become a dreamer. Let me introduce to you Valerie again. She is a social media manager, strategist, and speaker, and currently she's the head of digital marketing at autodeal.com.ph. She's very young. She is at her early 20s, and I met her at a, what was that? It was an event by Canva, and I saw her sharing stories, sharing her presentation about social media, and right at that moment, I felt the passion in her, and I felt the dedication in her into sharing what she knows, and her passion for teaching and training. So I said to myself, we share the same passion, we seem to share the same dreams, and so I approached her and introduced myself. And right there and then, we instantly became friends. And that's the start. After a few weeks, we talked again and we discussed about, sharing with you what we know about social media, about online marketing, and about how we are doing our business. So, since we're done with the house rules, I'm going to give you back to Valerie and unshare my screen. Oops. All right, Val. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Valerie Joy Devesa again.
Hi guys. Can you hear me?
Val, that's your turned down, I guess. Too much.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, but not enough. Can you turn that up a bit? Eden, I'm trying to mute you. I can't mute you. I can hear an echo at the background. Can you please mute your mic? Thank you.
Hello? How about this?
Yes, that's better. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll be sharing my screen now.
Gabby!
Wait. Let me know if you can see my screen, okay?
Okay, great.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Great. So, again, guys, good evening. Thank you so much for taking some time to join us here in our webinar. Tonight, I'll be sharing with you guys 8 social
Val?
media tasks.
Sorry, Val?
Yes?
You're turning down. Your volume is turning down. Maybe you're staying away from the microphone.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So,
All
is it
right.
okay now?
Yes, better.
Great. So, again, I'll be sharing with you guys 8 social media tasks that you can offer to your clients or potential clients per se. Um, so, let's get started. First one will be social media profile setup. Now, for this one, this is the most common and basic thing that you can offer to your potential client. Now, with this one, you don't actually need to be a designer. You can just ask your client if they have a designer in-house or if they want to hire a web designer to help them. But with social media profile setup, as long as you know how to add in the cover photo image, how to edit the page, how to edit the Twitter profile, add in everything that is needed, you're good to go. You can already offer this package to any potential client that you have. Now, the second one will be community management. Well, basically, every single clients, I mean, every single brands needs someone to help them with um, managing their community or if they don't have a community yet, building their own community. Because after you've set up a Facebook page or after they have set up their own Facebook page, basically there's nothing in there. No engagements, no likes, or no no followers that's interacting with them. And for them to do that, they need to have a lot of time and effort to um, start building that. So if you know at least how to communicate with other people, you know some ways to engage with them. Basically, you can just offer this to your current or potential clients and tell them, hey, you need someone to help you build your profile. I mean, build your community. Someone who can answer some of the comments that was posted on your profile. So maybe I can help you with that. Okay, the third one will be competitive analysis. Now, this one is crucial for every single brands, basically because um, let's face it, when we wanted every brand or even you know that you need to know what your competitors are doing, if they are doing it good or not. You wanted to know what's that thing that they've been doing that's making them money. So if you know how to do, I mean, if you love to do analysis or you love to do research, then this one is a good um, task that you can offer to a client that you have or potential client that you might have. Just by looking at the picture here, you can see that I've mentioned some brands and then I've added some growth that they've had in the past, maybe a month or two. Now with this, um, you can just tell your client that, hey, I've seen your competitors. Let's say your client is Honda. You can just tell your client that, hey, your competitors are doing much better than you right now. Um, maybe because of this, and this. Now, based on your research, you've seen that they've been posting more, they've been engaging more, or maybe they've been doing some awesome campaigns that Honda is not, that your client, which is Honda, is not doing right now. So this is something that you can at least offer to your client. Now, it doesn't have to be that you already have a an experience on how to do it, as long as you know how to do a research and then see what you think is good or not for what is good or not that they've been doing. You can always just jot it down, put it in one document, compile it, and then maybe just send it to your current client. And then if they say that it's good, then maybe you can tell them, hey, if you want, you can just I can do this to you for you on a monthly basis. Or maybe if they want to research more, I mean, if they want you to research more on another competitor that they've been um, looking at, then you can just tell them that you can do it for them. So again, this is one thing that you can offer to your client. Now, next will be reputation management. Now, if they are what do you call this? If they like to know what their competitors are doing, basically they also wanted to know what they are doing right now. So what on their perspective, they're thinking, what is my clients saying about me, or what is my customers telling their friends. If you're a virtual assistant, you also wanted to know what your um, competitors or your friends are saying about you online. So with with that in mind, you can always just approach your client or your potential client um, to um, to help them with their reputation management. One of the most common tool that I've been using for this is mentions.com. It's basically just helping you know what's happening um, online and what people are saying about me online. So even Google Alerts. So that's one thing that you can. Next will be content development. Well, now this is is crucial and one of the most one of the um, best offers that you can always offer to your clients. The reason is when you're in social media, basically you need content, right? You need something to put out there. It doesn't have to be that many, but still you have to put in something out there. Because if not, basically it's just a static um, page or static website. No engagement at all. Nothing's happening. So they might think that you're not doing anything or you're not existing anymore. Even though you're in there, you have a page, you have a Twitter account, you have a profile, you have a website. It's if there's no content coming out at least every single month, then basically they'll think, maybe they're not in business anymore. So this is something that you can um, ask your clients or your potential clients um, to, to help them. You can just tell them that if you're a writer, you can always tell them that you can help them um, think of new idea and of new content that you can share on a monthly basis or on a weekly basis. You don't have to be someone who's good with video editing or good with photo editing. You can always just help them with writing, or if you don't if you're not good in writing too, maybe you can just help them with researching of pictures, quotes, blog posts that they can share on their account. So with with that, you can always just start with content curation, which is just looking for existing content that's out there and just compile it and put it in a calendar and then just distribute on their social media accounts. The next thing is also we all know there are a lot of holidays or events happening on a daily or weekly or a monthly basis, right? Like Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. Um, Now you can always help them with their content in advance. Like if they want, they can always do them a 1 year campaign wherein you'll help them think of ideas on how to on what to post by next month or by November or by December. You can always help them um, come up with campaigns that they can push on that specific event. So you can always just ask them these things that they haven't been doing yet, and then just put it in a package or offer it on a just one time offer. So again, content development. Next will be content distribution. Now, if you've developed some content, basically you also need to promote it, right? Nothing market itself. So you can always package it with content distribution. So if you're the one who created the content for them, you can also say um, you will promote it for them. So if they have a blog post, if they have a new video that's coming up, you can always offer a service wherein you will um, distribute it for them, promote it for them on, let's say, a daily or a weekly basis. So you can always come up with different ways on how to distribute those content. But again, it's just a matter of knowing what they want and what they need, and then um, just try to put it together, and then that's it. Next will be Facebook ads management. Now, you've you've maybe offered them the content development, you've offered them content distribution. The next thing you can offer is Facebook ads management. Well, basically, if the organic way of sharing is not working for them, maybe if they wanted something faster, then you can always just um, offer them this. Now, this is a bit advanced because you need money and you need some what do you call this skills on how to do the ads. I mean, how to set up the ads, how to distribute it on a certain target market. So it basically have you basically have to budget the money to promote it out there. So if you are into Facebook ads, or if you have at least some experience on doing some ads, then you can always offer this to them. The last one is social media reports. Now, if you've been doing social media for them, or if they have already someone who's doing social media for them, most of the time, in my experience, um, most marketers or even businesses are having a hard time doing reports for their own accounts. Even I have been having some problems doing this sometimes. But this is one thing that you can offer to them if you love to read numbers, do some analysis, and create recommendations on a weekly or monthly basis. So with this, you can always show them that there's something happening on their social media accounts rather than just posting and promoting without even knowing what's happening with their actions. So this is something that you can also ask some of your friends to even if they are social media already in social media already, you can always offer them do to do reports for them, and just um, give them a comprehensive report on what they can do um, next month. So just by looking at their past reports and past activities, you can always put in some data on what they can do next. So I guess that if you have any questions, actually there are a lot of more, lots of other tasks that you can offer, but um, it might take us a while to um, tell each and every task that you can offer. But those eight are the most common and um, most effective tasks that you can offer to your clients. So, Raj, do they have any questions?
Do you have any questions, guys?
Hello?
Please don't be shy. Well, before I ask for more questions, Val, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, before
Yes.
we entertain more questions, I would just like to share my screen and show them the calendar that I've been using for social media. Wait, 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 wait. Here it is.
Sure.
Can you see them? Can everybody see my screen now?
I think not yet.
It's not yet here. Let
Yeah,
me
I can
un.
see it now.
Okay, okay, okay. All right, here it is. This is one of the social media calendar that I've been using. Most of the social media managers I know are using different sets of social media calendars, but I got this one from, I think it was from Hootsuite or HubSpot. Sorry, oh, I got this from HubSpot. This is their format, and then I've just been customizing it depending on my needs and depending on the clients. If you will look at the tabs below, there is a one for Facebook, there is one for groups, for LinkedIn groups. I added also one for Twitter, and all of my other social media is being managed here. This another one is from my clients. It is more we call this more organized. She only has Twitter, Facebook, and Google, LinkedIn, blogs, Pinterest, Google Plus, and that's it. And this is how I do it. I put the time and the date, if it's morning or afternoon, and then um, the snippets. For Twitter, your snippets should be at least 140 characters only, and you don't have to maximize all of that because you still have to leave some, at least 12 characters for the links, because if it's shortened, normally it's between 8 to 12 characters. So at least do the math when you're typing snippets, at least it would be at least 138 characters only. But for Facebook, you can do longer snippets like this one, and then you can just put the links over here. So this is a strategy that most social media managers do, because you get to reuse the contents. For example, you have files up to last year. You can use the snippets there and just reword it, and you can also use some images if you're saving them, especially for the quotations and other images. So this is one of the strategies for social media management. All right, I just share that with you. And if you have questions, yes, they have questions now. Val, do tools are using for competitive analysis? What kind of tools are you using for competitive analysis? Let me unshare my screen now. Okay, Valerie. Yep.
There.
Hello.
Ha,
Yeah,
there. Can you hear me
you're
now?
muted. Yeah.
Great. Tools. Well, there are a lot. One is um, social beakers. Social. Wait, forgot the name. Social beakers, and then I also use um, simply measured. There, simply measured. And then I also do the manual way wherein you go to each Facebook pages that they have, Twitter accounts, and then just take down notes of what they've been doing, that I think is good or not. Like for example, if I go to a certain page, I just try to look at what they've been posting, if it's getting some traction, if it's getting some shares or comments. I try to at least take down notes on that, and then I also check out who's following them, who's not. Um, I also try to look at what are things that I think will be um, that those competitors are doing that I can also do on our own um, account or my client's account that I think is not that is also effective for us, something like that. But with regards to tools, yeah, you can just use social simply measured. They have free tools. You can also use social bakers. They do share some stats too. You can also use what else? yeah, basically those are my favorites.
One of mine is a likealizer. Do you are you
Yeah,
using that
that's good. Um, I've tried it, but I tried to just focus on at least 2 to 3 tools.
one? Yep. Keep the questions coming, guys. Let me check if we have questions here. You can't think of any questions now, huh? The last time we were being rained by questions by everyone. I guess
Right.
everybody's shy. It's funny, Val, because last time we only allotted 1 hour for the webinar and it lasted for like 1 hour and 40 minutes, right? Because of the questions that keeps on coming. But right now they seem to be
Yeah.
quiet. I have one question. Share again your social media strategy. I actually use your strategy. Ah, okay. All right. Just to answer your questions now, Eden, one of the social media strategies that I've been using is that I'm using a social media calendar wherein I schedule the posts. I think most of the social media managers are also doing the same thing. I schedule the post and then in advance, and then I put them in a social media calendar just like what I showed before. And then I do the snippets in advance as well, just so I don't have to, schedule every day. I use Hootsuite, I use Buffer app, and I use Sprout Social for scheduling them. But there are a lot of third-party applications out there. If you want to try out others, they are free, and there are others that have premiums. Hootsuite is one of the most common social media tools that is out there, and it's free. You can use it for free, or although there is a premium account as well, so you can check it out. I have a blog on how to use it, both for regular posting and for bulk posting, so you can check out my site and doing that. And if you have more questions about social media management and the more extensive part of it, Valerie and I have been developing a social media course which we will be launching soon. But right now, um, for the early birds, we will be giving a very, very huge discount of 50% off. We will be announcing it later. But if you have any more questions, if you don't have any more questions, then we can go ahead and tell everyone the good news. No questions at all? Let me see. Let me see, let me see, let me see in the Facebook page. All right, I don't think there's any more questions. Anybody wants to, aside from Buffer? Okay. Other scheduler for Pinterest? Valerie, are you using a scheduler for Pinterest? I haven't tried one yet.
Well, I don't actually use scheduler for that, basically because I try to do engagement, and well, I usually post things as I am engaging with others. So we don't, well, most of my clients don't have that much content. So what we do is trying to post it over and over again on our own Pinterest account. I try to at least go more on groups. I mean, shared boards. Then try to engage with them. So it's actually not. I don't usually much post on Pinterest.
Okay, and Mel's here, Imelda. She was sharing for Pinterest. She was using Viral Tag and Tailwind. So it's the first time that I've heard of those, but thank you, Mel's, for sharing. It's Viral Tag, the word viral, then tag, and Tailwind. So you might want to check this out as well. There's also another question here from Latimer. Is there a way to convert the number of likes of social media pages into sales? Nice question, Val.
You, is there a way to convert the number of likes of our social media pages into sales? I think there's
Yeah.
a problem with the question, but because he was in 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 my perspective, he's trying to say that he wants the likes convert to sales. But
Sales, yes.
yeah, anyway, there are ways to convert those likes that you have, I mean followers that you have into sales. Basically, you need to create a plan on social media funnel plan wherein you try to encourage your likers, meaning your followers, to go to that link and try to give their email address to you, and then from there you can just do email marketing wherein you try to send them more messages, and then afterwards send them some um, offers
Offerings.
or products that you can um, offer to mean sell to them, and then basically from there they convert to sales.
Yes, and it's not that easy. It has to go through the process.
Yeah, there is a
It's
process.
Yes, it's like asking the girl for the first date. It's like asking her to kiss you. You know what I mean? Yeah, because if they don't know you, if they just like you today, for example, and they're just browsing your social media fan page, they don't know anything about you yet. You haven't built your authority yet. That means that you haven't built a relationship with them yet. It's just like you're dating a girl, and you have to go through the courtship process, and you have to introduce yourself. Tell them, you have to go through how many dates before you can get them to say yes to you. You know what I mean? So that's the same as um, the social media likers, or the fans that you have in social media. You have to build authority first. You have to build a reputation, and you have to for your product or for your service, you have to make sure that it's an answer to their needs, or to their questions, or to their problems before they buy something from you. So it's a long process. It's not a process that we can just do overnight or in 2 or 3 weeks time. All right. And Rafi said he is using Soho Social. I heard about that, but I haven't used that well. That one too. Thanks, Raf. And then Eden is also asking, it is my first time to handle social media for client. How can I increase my client's number of likes on his page? This was the same question that was asked last time, Valerie. You're muted, Val.
There. Increase number of likes. Well, there is an organic way, and then also there is the paid way. The fastest way will be paid, wherein you do the you conduct you start a Facebook ad campaign for them, wherein you focus on getting likes rather than just promoting their posts. Another way is to try to check out his other channels, like if he has if your client have a better followers on Twitter, maybe you can um on a weekly or daily basis or every other day basis ask them to follow you on Facebook. um if he has an email account, email newsletter, you can always add in his Facebook page in there. So you just need to be creative on try to add in your Facebook link on every single channels that he has, website, LinkedIn page, Twitter page, email signature, um, business cards. You can also ask your friends, his friends, and every single one from events to maybe um, like your page. So that's one way. Those are the ways to do it. You can also do a campaign. What do you call this? Maybe competition or a small activity wherein if they like this, they'll get maybe percent discount, or yeah, just try to give them an offer, or maybe they like this, they'll get an ebook from you. So just try to be creative on that. But yeah, if you wanted a faster rate, definitely Facebook ads.
And raffles. Most people respond to raffles. Excuse me. I've seen I sorry, I've seen a couple of big companies raffling an iPhone 6 or an iPad. Sorry. So that's one example, and also joining in Facebook parties. But in joining Facebook parties, you have to do it regularly. Most Facebook parties are being done every Friday, so it's very
Every
important.
Friday.
Yes, so it's very important that you join those Facebook parties. And please, when you join Facebook parties, make sure that you like the pages using your personal profile and not from your pages profile, because it won't count. It won't count. And also, when you do that, when you join in Facebook parties, make sure that you like all of the people that join there, and then message them after. Because if you don't, the tendency is that they won't notice that you like them. So it's like a simple message that, hi, this is, for example, Rosh from Professional VAs. I was at the Facebook Friday today, and I liked your page. If you want to return the favor, here's the link, and I hope that we get connected. We get connected. So it's that, just a simple message like that. And then it's also a start, a start of a good relationship. For example, if you happen to really like that person's page and that person's product or services, then it could be a good, way to start a relationship with them as well. Right? More questions? Let me check. Yeah, sore throat. Sorry. Sorry, Sita. Sita was sending me a message. No more questions, I guess. Val, do you have anything else to add?
I guess that so far that's it. If they want more, I mean, if they have other questions, you can always chat me on Facebook or chat us on Facebook, or post the questions on our Facebook page, in
Yes.
Facebook groups, I mean, and we'll be happy to answer that. Just
Yes.
don't forget to tag my name if it's a question for me, because I don't regularly go to groups. I mean, I don't get notifications from groups. I have a lot of groups, so I tried to
She
not
turn it off.
see. Yeah, I tried to turn it off.
I don't turn mine off, but it's really a lot.
I
I try
have
to ignore
I have
most of
around
them.
50, so if most of them are active. I have a lot, and most of them are really active. So if I have them all turned on, definitely I'll get 10 notifications
A
every
minute.
other minute.
Yeah, that's correct. All right, for some more extensive training, as I've been telling you earlier, we are in the process of developing this course. It's a social media course, from the beginner up to the advanced. So there will be two modules about it, two sets of course. Initially, we gave you 20% discount for all live participants, but right now, for the early bird participants, we will be giving 50% off. The initial price of the course was 6,000 pesos, or I don't know how much would that be in dollars. But anyway, let me see. Let me compute. Just so 6,000 divided by 44. It's only 136 or $37. But if you will be paying in advance, through the link that I will be sending you guys, or I will be posting in the in our Facebook page, you will be getting a 50% off right there and then when you paid. And then what we will be tackling in the social media course for the basic is, of course, the Facebook and social media basics, Facebook ads, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest basics, YouTube and Google basics, plus Instagram, social media audit, social media tasks management, of course. And for Facebook, she will also be discussing about the importance of profiles, groups, the difference from private, public, and secret, interest list, page, how to create page, the tools that you use, especially Canva. She mentioned Canva. The page roles, Facebook tools and applications, best practices in social media, and of course, she will be giving a lot of assignments on how you can create your own business pages, or optimize the existing one, and of course, the Facebook page checklists, and a lot more. So I will be sharing you the Google form for those who are interested. Feel free to PM me, or I will post that in the what's that professional VAs group later after this webinar. And also the replay of this webinar will be readily available for everyone. As soon as we're done, I'm going to post it there as well, together with the link to the form for the social media management course that we are offering. And would there not be any more questions? Are you sure, guys? While Valerie is here, let us take advantage because she is such a busy single lady. So, Val, any last words?
Um, last words.
Last words.
Well, mahirap yun. Balak mawala ng voice.
Sorry, last words.
Hey, sorry about that. If you wanted to get more tips on social media, I actually have a newsletter. Um, I'll send you the link through the Facebook page, and you can just sign up. I try to send out tips, actionable tips, something that you can do as soon as you read the article, I mean the newsletter. So I'll send the link, and then maybe you'll join me there. So I
Oh,
guess that's it.
and we're also creating a new group for social media enthusiasts, right? For those virtual assistants who wanted to narrow down their niche from a general VA to becoming a social media VA, Valerie and I are going to start creating this group specifically for social media enthusiasts only. So this is open for everyone, but then we will also be creating a separate, like a secret group for the enrollees of this social media class that we are, about to offer. So let us
Right.
know, guys. Just PM me or Valerie, and also you can also PM Floor at any time you want. So whichever you're more comfortable with, just let us know. All right.
Okay.
No
Thanks,
more questions.
guys.
All right. If you don't have any more questions, thank you so much again for being with us, and you will see more of Valerie and me in the next few weeks or months. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.